From Amateur Radio Newsline Report, number 2207, these are the Ham Nation headlines for Wednesday, February 19th, 2020. Radio camp season is coming up fast, and in Thailand, preparations are underway.
The Radio Amateur Society of Thailand is preparing to host a youngsters on the air camp in Rayong province on Thailand's southeastern coast. The popular fast-growing Yota experience will be open to youth throughout the region from October 1st to the 3rd at the Rock Garden Beach in Rayong. Hosting the Region 3 camp is the latest effort by the Thai Radio Society to encourage young students to pursue their interest in ham radio. RAST, which was last selected as host during meetings last year, hopes to support young students' education and give them skills to prepare them for licence exams and to upgrade whatever licence they may have. The IARU's Yota Region 3 website reaffirms its commitment to young hams, saying, quote, "Youngsters on the Air is a highly motivated group of people of all ages and from all over the world, working together tightly to make sure that there will still be somebody to answer your CQ call in the future." End quote. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jason Daniels, VK2LAW.
Meanwhile, applications are now being accepted for the inaugural Youth on the Air summer camp in Cincinnati, Ohio in June. Applicants must be licensed amateurs between the ages of 15 and 25, but act fast. You only have until the 15th of March to apply. Visit the website youthontheair.org. United States Marines are learning HF operations from the ground up. Civilian hams are the teachers.
At Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, United States Marines are getting some basic training of a different sort from the Bright Leaf Amateur Radio Club in Greenville. The hams there are teaching the Marines the nuts and bolts of high-frequency radio operations in classes that include propagation theory, proper on-air operation procedures, frequency band allocation, and antenna theory that covers both conventional and field expedient antennas. The classwork is part of a program called the High Frequency Auxiliary Initiative, which was created by Marine Corps Colonel Jordan Walzer, commanding officer of 2 MiG. The colonel is hoping the coursework provides additional options for Marines in combat environment, options that don't rely so much on space-based capabilities, which he believes are more vulnerable to attacks from hackers and drones. The classes, which are held on the Marines military base in late January, were part of an overall ham radio licensing course. In a press release issued by the military, Walzer called ham radio, quote, "a reliable, low-cost alternative to satellite communications," end quote. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Kevin Trotman, N5PRE.
Newsline has followed the solo travels of Jan Socrates VE0JS before, but now the record-setting sailor is taking another trip by motorhome.
Solo sailor Jan Socrates VE0JS completed a solo, unassisted circumnavigation of the world last year aboard the Narita, becoming the oldest person to sail around the world alone, non-stop and unassisted. She was 77 when she completed the voyage in 11 months, 4 months longer than she'd expected due to some extreme challenges. An earlier trip in 2013 won Jan the honour of being the oldest woman to make the trip, another record. Boy, has she got a story to tell. Jan has been very giving of her time to amateur radio operators, and I was one of the lucky ones. She's now travelling around Australia for 4 months in a motorhome, where I'll be paying it forward and hosting Jan. She'll be departing Sydney mid-February en route to Adelaide, where she'll be giving a presentation about a voyage at the Royal South Australian Yacht Squadron at Outer Harbour. We can't wait to hear it. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Andrew Smelt, VK5MAS.
And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at arnewsline.org. With Jason Daniels, VK2LAW, Kevin Trotman, N5PRE, Andrew Smelt, VK5MAS, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW73. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.